gardens. That's wrong. That to me is wrong. But if you're not with your kids, you're kind of fair game.
You're kind of fair game, yeah. I like it.
Okay, let's move from games to New Jersey. You have all sorts of info on New Jersey.
I mean, it is just look, we are ending the season. We have one episode left, and then we have an alternate reunion. And look,
wait, an alternate reunion?
Yeah, they're not doing a reunion. Lots of theories as to why. They're watching the finale with half of the Melissa people over here, the Teresa people in the other room, and they're all going to comment on it in their own groups, which is kind of a waste. The fans are very upset. You know what Teresa's team is going to say. You know what Melissa's team is going to say. But Andy Cohen says that the finale is so final that we don't need a reunion. But the reality is they're worried about the reunion. Everyone has been bringing envelopes and secret this and private. It's gotten really dark.
Envelopes? What are these envelopes?
These are the receipts that you bring to the reunion. You do, like, if you and I were in a feud, I would have my people investigate you. I would find out all the things you've done in your life, Melissa. I would come to the reunion. I would say, I have an envelope. I would take it out. I would say, in 1998, this is what happened to Melissa at University of Pennsylvania. I might be mixing up those dates.
No,
and then you would say, oh my gosh, that's my deep, dark secret, or who cares? But yeah, that's kind of what's happening over there in New Jersey. And this has been happening for a while, so this is nothing new, but Bravo and the fans are over it. They're over it. So there is really going to be a change in New Jersey. We know this, and it could be a total reboot like New York style. None of that is shocking. You know, people were saying, well, Teresa's the one person that probably wouldn't go, although Andy has now come out and said that, I don't know, we may just see all new fresh faces. Now, people have run with this story in the media because you know how that works, and there are headlines that everyone is being fired and it's a total reboot. I read this a little differently. I do think that is possible, and I think Teresa really could go along with everyone else. She makes the most money, and they really are tired of it. They really, truly are. But Andy's saying this, he said, we may be going with all new fresh faces. So no one is really focusing on the word may. I mean, Andy Cohen has not announced the future of The Real Housewives of New Jersey by someone calling into his radio and him saying this. So people, I think, have taken this too far, and I don't think we know for sure that it's going to be a total reboot with all new faces, and that's what people are running with now.
And he knows that that's just going to get people to watch.
We have 2 episodes left. And yeah, I mean, I think people really were over this alternate reunion, and I think this brings them back. And I mean, it's only 2 more episodes at this point. And the ratings actually have been down this season also, as far as where New Jersey ratings should be. So I think it's there's some big changes coming in New Jersey.
What do you think is going to happen on the finale?
Well, it's a thing where they're all in one room, like a Last Supper, and it's just everyone, Melissa and Teresa, speak. I mean, it's yelling, but they speak for the first time all season. And it's just everyone ends up fractured. I mean, it's like there is just everyone, the group is, it's over. It's so sad, right? Because like, I think like Teresa, say in like 3 years, when you're sitting there with your next project or whatever, Melissa, it's never going to be this money that you were making. And so I think sometimes when you're in something, you can't wait to get out of it. And then when you look back, you're like, why couldn't we have just kept it together? Like, we had it so good. Like with any corporate job. I really think that's what's going to happen. And then in the future, they're going to be like, why couldn't we have just faked it or kept the show on track? Because the money was so good. That's what I think. How soon
before they have a podcast together?
Well, I mean, they both have separate podcasts, so who knows?
It's just a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time.
Let's stay on duos.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
I hadn't heard this. You heard this. That Paris and Nicole have or are going to do a new show together. Nobody knows what it is. It's gotten approved with no concept. It's what is happening?
I mean, isn't that really hard? Because I always say it's hard. Isn't that hard to get a show approved just like we have no treatment? I don't know what to tell you. It's just me.
Not when you're Paris and Nicole.
No, not at all. That's exactly what happened. Apparently, I think a lot of people think it's like the Simple Life done over, but I don't really think that's what's going to happen. And they've never said that. It's just they have decided they want to do. I mean, Paris has said multiple times, she's like, you don't understand how many calls I get an hour to go onto reality TV, which I'm sure is true. And she's like, I turn everything down. Like, I'm not interested. She did that Paris cooking show on Netflix like 2 years ago or a year ago. But
when they did a Paris is getting married, that whole thing.
There is that. And that did just have a second season. It might have a third season. But her and Nicole are doing something. Nobody knows what it is. And I don't even know if they really know what it is. But I just thought, like, what power to just get something approved. And apparently there was also a bidding war over it. I don't know. I forgot if we know where it landed, but it's happening and sold, and it's going to be some show with Paris and Nicole. And I feel the same way as whoever bought it. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever you want to do, I will be watching this show. Counting down the days.
But now what's happening is they're taking pitches.
Right.
But just the idea of getting them back together. And, I mean, could their lives be any more different now than the Simple Life? They both have kids. They're both married. They both have different life experiences. You know, it'll be very interesting. And how is Paris going to do this and keep DJing?
I think Paris will find a way. How does Kim Kardashian run the Skims empire and travel all over the world and just go to law school? Kim does it all, Melissa. She does it all.
By the way, did you see Skims was one of like the sponsors of the U.S. Olympic team? Like, they all got a bathrobe, and all the athletes were holding up the bathing suits. They got these little teeny bikinis. It's hilarious because, like, the bigger girls were like, how do I get into this?
I did not see that, but I love
that.
I'm so
but
here
I
for
love
that.
that Skims got in there.
And
during the Olympics, they have found a way to get a Kardashian product in it.
Kim doesn't play around, Melissa. Kim does not play.
Kim does not play, and neither does Chris.
No. So brilliant. I love it.
Let's stay with the Kardashians.
Yes.
All the pictures that have been coming out of Northwest with her stepmom, Bianca Censori. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I say it.
Who is Kanye's wife, who is famous for basically being naked in public. They all went to the movies together, and there were pictures of Bianca actually hugging North.
And I think North is close to her. I think North likes her. I think she gets along with Bianca, and, you know, like, being the oldest child. I don't know about the other children, but I think she really, because I've seen pictures in the past where they were together. I think they might